Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're doing something really exciting. We are deconstructing a highly relatable, real-world customer journey map from the hyper-competitive market of Dubai. Specifically, we're diving deep into a case study of Carrefour UAE, which is this massive retail giant operated by Majid Al Futtaim. We're going to break down exactly how they bridge that massive gap between their traditional physical stores and their booming online grocery delivery platform. So get ready, because we are literally going to look under the hood at the exact mechanics of how a major business meticulously crafts a customer's experience from the very first click all the way to the final delivery. So think about this for a second. What actually turns a one-time shopper into a fiercely loyal brand advocate? We tend to think it's just about having a great product, right? But the reality is, modern business success relies heavily on engineering every single emotional touchpoint. Let's explore exactly how that's done to keep customers coming back again and again. Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. We'll be hitting 5 key areas. First, the retail challenge. Then, meet the persona, mapping the journey, navigating pain points, and finally, the business impact.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the retail challenge.
Now, Dubai is an incredibly fast-paced, demanding market. Carrefour isn't just competing with the local supermarket down the street anymore. They are up against highly specialized online delivery platforms. Think about the stark contrast here. On one side, you've got the traditional physical supermarket. Customers walk in, they browse, they handle the goods themselves. But on the other side, it's the high-stakes world of online grocery platforms where the customer hands over total control. They are completely trusting the brand to pick the freshest produce, pack it perfectly, and deliver it exactly on time. To survive and thrive in this kind of environment, Carrefour realized they couldn't just have a functional app. They absolutely had to perfect the end-to-end experience, right from the moment of brand discovery all the way to creating true customer advocacy. Let's move into Section 2, Meet the Persona. Look, to truly understand cold business data and complex logistics, we have to humanize it. We need a hero for our narrative. So meet Sarah. She's our ideal customer profile. Sarah is a 32-year-old working professional living in the super busy district of Dubai Marina. Because of her hectic lifestyle, she desperately needs convenient shopping. She absolutely wants fresh products at competitive prices, and above all else, she requires reliable delivery. By keeping Sarah top of mind, we can visualize exactly whose emotional and physical journey we are mapping today. We aren't just moving cardboard boxes around, we are trying to satisfy Sarah's very specific, very demanding daily needs. Which brings us to Section 3, Mapping the Journey. Now this is where the magic really happens. We are going to track Sarah's initial microactions and watch the dramatic swings of her emotional pendulum as she interacts with the brand. Let's start the clock. At minute 0, the awareness stage, Sarah sees an Instagram ad or maybe a billboard on the metro. Emotionally, she's pensive. She's kind of curious, asking herself, is this store actually worth trying? Fast forward to minute 15. She enters consideration. She's downloaded the app, she's comparing prices, reading a few reviews. If those prices look right, that pensiveness starts shifting into trust. Then by minute 30, she hits the decision phase and starts choosing items. When she easily finds exactly what she needs, her emotion swings to pure joy. Notice how rapidly her emotional state evolves based purely on how frictionless the digital interface is. And this brilliantly illustrates how the micro connects to the macro. When we zoom out to the business view, we see that while Sarah is just casually tapping her phone on the couch, multiple entire departments are orchestrating this experience behind the scenes. Her initial awareness, that was driven by the marketing and communications team running highly targeted campaigns. Her developing trust was engineered by the e-commerce team who optimized the online catalog. And that feeling of joy during product selection, that's the direct result of the digital development and customer experience teams streamlining the app's search functions. Literally every single emotion is tied to a specific, measurable organizational activity. Okay, so now the stakes get a whole lot higher. At minute 35, Sarah checks out and pays. A smooth payment gateway generates intense satisfaction. But then comes the waiting. At minute 90, we hit the delivery stage. Guys, this is a massive emotional tension point. If that driver is late, Sarah's satisfaction instantly flips to anger. And let's say an item is missing and she reaches minute 100, the support stage, she expects a fast resolution. If support is slow, she's deeply frustrated. But if it's lightning fast, she reaches a state of calm acceptance. Let's alternate back to that macro perspective for a second. That tiny moment when Sarah successfully orders and feels satisfaction, that one micro action dictates a totally critical business KPI, the cart conversion rate. Trust me, the IT, e-commerce, and operations teams are constantly obsessing over this number. They have to ensure the payment systems and inventory integrations are totally flawless, because every single abandoned cart represents a moment where a customer's journey was broken. So let's trace the final stages of this journey. Day 1 is consumption. Sarah actually unpacks her groceries. If the produce is super fresh and the packaging is high quality, she experiences this great sense of serenity. Fast forward to day 7, she uses saved lists and personalized offers on the app for a repeat purchase. This is where genuine loyalty starts to take root. And by day 30, if all goes well, she reaches the ultimate stage, advocacy. She's so thrilled with the consistent convenience that she's actually recommending Carrefour to her friends in the marina. Her serenity has transformed into active, vocal promotion. All right, heading into the danger zone now with Section 4, navigating pain points. Because, it isn't always smooth sailing. Let's look at the critical friction points where our hero's journey is genuinely threatened and see exactly how the business steps in to save the day. The first major pain point? Delivery delays. In Dubai's ultra-competitive market, customers expect fast, accurate delivery. Late groceries mean a very, very angry Sarah. To solve this, the logistics and warehouse teams strategically intervene in real time. They implement advanced route optimization, they offer real-time tracking so the customer isn't just left in the dark wondering where their food is, and they provide specific delivery time slots. They are literally engineering predictability to prevent anger. Let's move to and see how this builds when we tackle another massive friction point, product availability. Seriously, there is nothing more frustrating than ordering an item only to find out later it's actually out of stock. So here's the mechanical fix. Step 1, a product becomes unavailable online. Almost instantly, Step 2, real-time inventory updates kick in to prevent any further orders. And then crucially, Step 3 happens. The system automatically offers smart alternative product recommendations. This maintains Sarah's joy of finding her items, rather than her just hitting a frustrating dead end. The third huge pain point is customer service waiting time. Long, delayed responses will absolutely destroy loyalty. Step 1, Sarah contacts support about, say, a missing item. Step 2, instead of waiting on hold listening to elevator music for 20 minutes, an AI chatbot provides an instant response. Then, Step 3, a faster, automated refund or replacement process is initiated. So the crucial point is how speed of resolution directly counters that initial frustration. By using AI to basically eliminate wait times, Carrefour shifts Sarah from deep frustration right back to calm acceptance almost immediately. Finally, let's wrap up with Section 5, the business impact. So, what is the ultimate payoff for all this obsessive, meticulous planning? Well, when a business successfully smooths out the emotional ride for the customer from start to finish, the macro business results are pretty staggering. By actively solving Sarah's pain points and catering directly to her needs, Carrefour UAE achieves higher overall online grocery sales. They see increased repeat purchases simply because the friction to reorder is totally gone. This builds stronger customer loyalty, which directly translates into much better online reviews and consequently a whole lot more customer referrals. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how we actually measure that final golden stage of advocacy. It is all about the Net Promoter Score, or NPS. This metric basically asks one incredibly simple question: how likely are you to recommend us to a friend? True success in this journey map isn't just about a high cart conversion rate. It is ultimately measured by this advocacy metric. A high NPS means you haven't just made a sale, you've successfully created a promoter. I really want to highlight this powerful final insight directly from the case study itself. It notes that the biggest opportunity in this market isn't merely attracting customers in the first place. No, it is creating a seamless experience where discovery, ordering, delivery, and after-sales support all feel deeply connected. It is the absolute necessity of a connected ecosystem. Think about it. You can't have world-class marketing but terrible logistics. Every single touchpoint has to communicate with the others if you want to convert a one-time buyer into a loyal brand advocate. Which brings us to our final thought for today. In whatever project, product, or business you happen to be involved in, are you just attracting customers, or are you meticulously engineering every single emotional touchpoint? Think about Sarah's journey, right? From pensiveness to joy to potential anger, and finally all the way to advocacy. Keep that framework in your mind the next time you look at a customer's experience. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this sparks some incredible ideas for your own strategies. Keep learning, keep focusing, and I'll see you next time.